Listening one, you heard about some scientific discovery that resulted from accidents. In listening two, you heard about a personal discovery that was made when two strangers made contact online. Do you think all these discoveries were really accidental? What other factors may have helped led to these discoveries? In my humble opinion, according to the video, most of these discoveries are really accidental. However, there are some factors that have led to these discoveries. One of such is self-concerns of what is happening around you. Most of the discoveries that happened as a result of something, doing something, and they stumbled on something else, which is of importance as well. And according to an article written by Mark et al. 2014 talked about serendipity, said, and I quote, "Serendipity cannot be controlled, but it can be influenced. So everyone is at liberty to do whatever thing pleases, once it is not detrimental or has a bad side to humanity." Moreover, it was said in the video that people from plurality of background, or in other words, from people from different background, e.g., people that have a teaching, that have various background, maybe like apprentice, teachers, doctors, all sorts of people from different background should always come together to share information, to discuss, thereby communicating with one another. From this point, I can deduce or quote it that it will give people room for mutual understanding. It will eliminate uncompleted assignment. And on the online where two people met, it was discovered that it was as a result of their inquisitiveness that they were able to discover that the DNA of Kate and Robbie are almost the same, which means that they are paternal, they are sisters, because of their inquisitiveness, because they choose that they don't want to live in assumption, they do want to find out. So their coming together brought about an intimate relationship whereby they were able to conclude and say, we want to go beyond assumption, and they went to test for the DNA. Also, in the question, what other factors may have helped to this help led to these discoveries? From the people pay for research, according to the video, research, and it can bring about a kind of distraction, and people start to focus on monetary gain, focus on the fame, instead of focusing on the main idea of what the new thing or the discovery that they have engaged on, or they have seen or discovered. So this one will make their mind to always depend on material thing, their personal gain, and that one might influence self-centeredness. So that is my opinion on that. And number two, can you think of any ways in which accidental discovery may have a negative effect on our lives? Discuss any example you think of. Consider both scientific discovery and personal discovery. Accidental discovery definitely might have negative effect on life. It has tendency to have negative effect on life because many people they jump at things suddenly without really giving it room to test it over a long period of time. The enthusiasm of discovering a new thing discourage them from subjecting it to test over a long period of time at times. So they are quick to come up to say that this discovery they have made. But after over another year, they discover a better way of doing those things. So which means that when they discover some sensitive things, it may likely would have effect on the first set of people that uses it, or it may not, and it might have effect on them. And secondly, it may have effect, like I said about the fame. It may have effect on the mindset of individuals, having the mindset of wanting to be popular, having an effect of having abandoned work not yet completed. It may equally have an effect on the people's sense of reasoning, because they may have the mindset of looking for something, just being overconscious, looking for something new around them, So I think this one will be part of the negative effect. Another question here is, discuss any example you think of. Consider both scientific discoveries and personal discoveries. Like if you look at the discovery of the X-ray, the scientist was actually trying to search out for some cathode rays when he eventually discovered that it can be that is where he stumbled on X-ray, that this cathode ray can be converted or can be used for X-ray. And it was equally, if you look at the potato chips, it occurred as an accident because someone decided it required for something, and another thing was actually done. So it has some effect, because they were very smart to have seen possibility in the difficult situation. Like for instance, my very self, I love grasses, and in my country I noticed that we go through hard time planting grasses, but here in America I discovered that they just plant it at this, and I realized that how come they noticed that they can just move their grass from one place, put some grass, and make a landscaping in another place, and just put the grass on top. But over the time I realized that what they did, one of the things they did, that I believe that they have actually planted it on a surface like a rug, whereby after some time they were able to cut it and bring it to already cultivated land that has already been well landscaped. So they put it there, they start nurturing it, and it grows. Thank you very much.